chapter is going to be on translating graphs, but looking at the graphs that we drew previously. So for this example, I'm going to draw these graphs here, the fx equals x squared, x cubed, 1 over x, and then translate it here, up here, x plus 2, and then show an example of translating it fx minus 1. Right, so first up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the actual graph, x squared graph. Just going to draw a rough sketch. We know it's a parabola, looks like that. Yeah. So I'm going to do the first one, fx plus 2 first. I'm going to do it in green. So we know it's going to affect the x coordinates, and shift everything by a minus 2. They have to do the inverse. So here it's everything's gonna shift down like this. Boom. And then we just label minus 2 here. Okay. And we can label our yeah, we can label, we could write down the coordinates as well if you want to. Minus 2, 0 is where it cuts the x-axis, and the way it cuts the y-axis is gonna be on x equals 0. There's a plus 2, so it's gonna be 0 and 4. Yeah, because it's going to be squared here. So next up, so the reason why is 0 and 4 is going to be because we put the x plus 2 in here. It's going to be x plus 2 squared. Yeah. So let me just explain a bit better. So it's going to be x plus. So this is the graph that we're drawing. Yeah, if we equate that to 0, so if we expand that out, we're going to be left with the x squared plus 4x plus 4. Yeah, and that's where we get across the 4 here. Okay, next up, we're going to do so I'll draw the graph again. So this graph looks like this here. Should I do it? Yeah. So this graph looks like this, right? Comes from negative, boom, and shoots back up. Yeah. So again, everything's gonna shift by minus 2 on the x coordinates. So I'm gonna shift it down. So it will look like this. Okay. So here is going to be minus 2. And where it cuts the y-axis, so fx equals x cubed, so cube minus 1. So this is going to be minus 2 because it got shifted. So here it's got shifted, so it's just x plus 2 cubed. So x plus 2 cubed. Again, expand that all out. I'm going to be left with a plus 8. And then we take x equals 0 and everything equals 0. So what fx equal to 8. We'll cut the y-axis at 8. You could expand this out, then take your x's to 0, and you see it will cut at 8. Okay, next up is a reciprocal. So the graph normally looks like this, and this. Now we're going to draw the fx plus 2 version of that. So I'm just going to draw a dotted line here to show this, and this is x equals to minus 2 because everything shifts down minus 2, and then our isotopes go down here like this. Okay. Yeah, that's it. doing to write down anything. Where it crosses the y-axis here is going to be plus 2 here. So again, I'm going to solve it for 1 over x plus 2. I'm literally just substituting the x plus 2 in. And when x equals 0, y equals a half. So this cuts it at a half. Yeah, so it crosses the y-axis at a half. Alright, so 0 half is where it crosses the y-axis. Cool, so that's it for when the number is inside the bracket, it affects the x-axis. And now we're going to look at fx minus 1. So let me delete. I'm going to do the fx minus 1 in red, okay? So because it's outside of the bracket, it's going to affect the y coordinates, alright? So first up, we have this graph. It's going to be the same, but it's just going to go lower. Obviously, these are rough sketches, alright? So cuts at minus 1, minus 1 here, and a 1 there. Yeah, you could just how we solved it before, just rearrange it. And next up here, again, everything's gonna go lower. So starts here, boom, cuts it at minus 1 here. Yeah, and then again at 1. We're just gonna substitute we got x cubed minus 1 and rearrange it. We'll take x to equal 0 and we're left with just a positive 1. Yeah. And last is here. So again, it's going to affect the y-axis. So I'm going to draw my line again and show that y equals minus 1 here. It's the y equals minus 1 line. And my graphs are going to draw up, boom, like this. And like that. Okay, anything that I want to show? Where across the x-axis here is going to be 1. Yeah, it's going to cross the x-axis here at positive 1. Okay, and that's it for that.